That is the town of Gereme, at the center of Cappadocia. My hotel is right out there, just a 10-minute walk. And this is an ancient tomb. You can see the coffin spaces here, shelves, windows, and many, many more of the thousands and thousands of ancient caves scattered all throughout this area of central Turkey. You can see the various holes in the fairy chimneys, pillars of rock sticking up. I got up here by climbing up from there, just hanging out, relaxing. Oh, whoa, what's that? Amber ale. Excellent. It's even kind of cold. Right on, I think I will enjoy this. Cheers from Cappadocia. Hi there, good morning, or maybe afternoon. It is about 12 noon. A warm day, but not overwhelmingly hot here in early September, September 4th. I am back in Cappadocia, my favorite place in the world. For the fourth time, I have spent about a month total exploring Cappadocia on my previous trips, and so I'm really stoked to be back. I flew here from Istanbul yesterday. $63 total for a direct flight from Istanbul to Kayseri, the closest major airport to fly into to visit Cappadocia. An hour's drive away, I rented a car for, I think, like $235 for a week. Great deal. Here we have another of the strange and fascinating caves of Cappadocia. What was this one? Another tomb. Must be a very small space. That could have been, the coffin where a body might have laid. Very interesting little, whatever you call these, carved out holes. Why? What were those for? And then there's right here like a shelf, so a piece of wood or stone or whatever could have gone here. It looks like multiple shelves. What in the world was this used for? Also, I will mention my flight from Tunisia to Istanbul, Turkey, which was not cheap. It was $477 one way direct, Tunis, Tunisia to Istanbul, Turkey. Actually, Turkiye. They changed their name. And so I'm not really sure of my plans from here. I will be here for at least a week since I have the car for that long. Maybe stay longer. We shall see. There is so much to see in this area. You can come back again and again and again and find more fascinating landscapes, caves, old Christian murals from the Byzantine era, underground cities that could house tens of thousands of people completely underground. There are hot springs in Cappadocia, towns and cities, and the weird fairy chimney landscapes. These are called fairy chimneys, the strange looking pillars, natural pillars sticking out of the ground, and yet, as you can see, the carved out cave where I started the video, and then many, many more. You can see the little holes, and there, those little carved out indentations were for pigeons, because the soil here is very dry and not great for farming, and so they made it easier for pigeons to live here in order to make use of the pigeon guano to fertilize the soil. I was just speaking with a guy, a local guide who was guiding a couple of other people, and he said that up until like 40 years ago, there were tons of pigeons still living here, even though I would presume that people weren't living in the caves anymore at that time, but the pigeons had stayed, and then I guess because of tourism, more people arriving, walking around, etc., then the pigeons flew off and went elsewhere or whatever. There's just nowhere else in the world like this. So bizarre, unreal, otherworldly, and it just stretches for miles and miles in every direction. You can drive a car basically an hour and find more landscapes like this, more of the ancient caves, lots more evidence of the incredible history of human habitation that existed here for thousands and thousands of years, mentioned in the Bible. And so the main town of Garamay, or not the biggest town, but like the best place to stay as a tourist, is right there. You can see some of the hotels there. I am staying in a hotel that is just like a 15-minute walk away, and then from there you just walk out and you walk into these surreal landscapes. No ticket entrance or anything, not many people, a few other tourists walking around, and then you can get further away, of course, and get more remote and just find all of these. There we go. Pigeons exist. How cool. There's another one there. And so another one of the carved out caves with the indentations for the pigeons to roost. Sorry guys, I'll be gone in a second. And then, as you can see, somebody's using this one as a storage space. And there is like a home down there or something. There were no private property signs or gates that I went through or anything like that. But somebody lives here, or lives here recently, or is using it for farming. The fruit trees. There's also like a garden over there with squash and tomatoes. So my plan is to walk to Uçhisar. Uçhisar is this spectacular cave castle that is out there. You will see it long before we actually get there. It is an absolutely fascinating walk, and I will also go to one of my all-time favorite places in Cappadocia, a place that I just kind of randomly came across. You'll see what it is when we get there. And so here we have a tunnel that goes through, panoramic. So I guess the way to the panoramic view, which might also be the same way that I want to go anyways. Let's see where this one goes. And so my plan for filming in Cappadocia is not so much to make more videos specifically about Cappadocia, but I'm planning to record some videos talking about some other topics with Cappadocia as the backdrop, because I've made, so many videos already touring Cappadocia. So I basically just wanted to come back for my own exploration and to experience it and see some new places that I haven't seen before. And then in the process I will come up with some things to talk about as I wander around. This one will be just kind of a day in Cappadocia, seeing what we discover. Okay, I'm definitely not really on track yet where I want to be. I might need to be other side of that, in which case I should probably go back around this way. You can see up there is like a Instagram spot, a little swing it looks like. Umbrellas up there, various tourists. So this is not, a secret spot by any means, but not really that many people actually walk right up to this area. There's no signs like saying go here or whatever. There's also an incredibly fascinating temple that I will show as well. Okay, well, is this somewhere that it's all right to take a closer look at? It's kind of neglected, so maybe so. Perhaps a project that was kind of abandoned. It does not look currently lived in, unless just somebody is a little messy, which is quite possible actually. It does look like maybe somebody is currently living here. So alright, I think that I need to get around this hill instead of trying to go over it. There you can see the edge of town, Garamay. So that is where I started the video, drinking a beer inside there. And that is the temple. So I've heard two different stories about the temple from two different local people. When I was here the last time a couple years ago, then a guy said that it was a goddess temple that was like 4,000 years old. But then the guy that I was talking to over here just recently, just today, said that it was Roman era, so that would be more like a couple thousand years old. So, not sure. You can see some interesting symbols up there, like a fan-looking symbol. And so the temple is carved straight into this cliff. And I don't think the last time that I was here, there was this gate. You could walk up there. I wonder about the other stairs over there. We'll investigate, see if we can go up there, because it's really interesting as well. And I think that this fence and gate is new as well, but it is open. This is funny. There's a old TV, and these must be graves. And then this is where it gets really incredible. An altar with a cross carved in there, but that very likely could be more recently than whenever the church was carved out, or the temple, because it's a temple, not a church. So there are those stairs going up there. Looks like a closed door up there. But you can see all the rooms. But looks like this other one is accessible. Excellent. More pigeons. Glad to see that they're around, and some very murky looking water there. And here, the old steps. Oh yeah, a good looking cave. Again, the spots for pigeons to roost. So I passed a restaurant right nearby at the edge of town. I'm hungry, haven't had breakfast yet. It is about 12:30. Going to stop there and see if it's open. And so this restaurant looks pretty epic. Merhaba. So this is ayran, a Turkish yogurt drink. And I have here marinated chicken with onions. And some other vegetables, tomato, pepper, and some pita bread. So this is to help keep the bees away. Lots of bees, maybe because of all the gardens nearby. And I have here a Turkish dessert with ice cream inside.